Okay, guys, coming down the home stretch, we're doing 15-4, and it's the big one. It's the doozy. It's all of this put together. So let's get right to it. I may have to break this up into parts. Excuse the noise in the background. I'm videotaping. So we go to 15-4, and the first thing we see is all the previous work we've done. We put in our adjusting entries. We've calculated our interest receivable. We've taken care of our depreciation. Now we have to post. You guys know how to post. I'm almost thinking we'll do a couple together, then I'm going to pause, and then we'll come back and finish up. So let's post first. Uncollectible accounts expense. We go down to uncollectible accounts expense. Let's go. There it is, uncollectible accounts expense. The date is the 31st, 34/15, December. I guess they just want the date now since they're acting like there's stuff above it. What did we say it was? 34/17, 34/15 debit. 34/15 debit, and puts the balance 34/15. We got this from 61. Where did we get this from? General Journal page. General Journal page 15. So G15. And are we done? Of course, for now, we got to put the 6165 in. 61, 65, 61, 65. Now we're finished. Let's do allowance for uncollectible accounts. Fortunately, we know they're in alphabetical order. Allowance there is the December 31st. We got it from G15. This is a credit. I think it was what, 43. 34/15, 34/15, plus we got a credit entry, credit balance. We're going to add these, just the 0.67, 5 and 8 is 13, carry the 1, 4 and 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6, so we got 34. Good, are we done? Nope, we got to take the 1135. Show that we posted 1135. Now we're finished. We'll do one more together and then I'll pause this. We're going to go down to supplies expense office. So we got supplies expense. My expenses are at the bottom. Office. It's the 31st. We got it from G15. It was a debit entry. 2560.08. 2560.08. That makes that 2560.08. Are we finished? Nope. 6155. 6155. Was that what I just said, man? Yeah, 6155. 6155. We're done with that. Let's go to supplies office. Supplies office on the 31st. We got it from G15. We're going to go back up 2560.08. 2560.08. Debit entry, debit balance, credit entry. We got to subtract. So the 08s disappear. We get 8. 10 minus 8 is 48. We got the 30 minus 25 is 5, so 548 is our balance. Oops. Are we done? Of course, we're not done. We got to take the 1145 and put it in. Okay, so that's how we post. I'm going to finish posting. I'm going to pause this, and then we'll come back and we'll go on to adjusting the trial balance part 1. We'll do number 2 in a second. So let's pause. Okay, so I just finished posting all of those entries, and it hit me while I was doing it that we may have made some errors earlier. We have to put in that December if it's the first date. So I'm going to go back to my uncollectible accounts expense Let's go back down here to uncollectible accounts expense. Uncollectible accounts expense. And, you know, we just left it 31st. No, put in that December with the period 31st. It's the first entry. Notice that number 1 next to it, first entry. You got to put in December. They didn't make any mistakes. We can't make any either. Let's go to allowance for uncollectible accounts. That should be up in the payables. Allowance for uncollectible accounts. Here we go. Yeah, so again, oh, wait, there is a December there. We do have a December. We're fine. So we're going to let that one stay. Let's go to supplies expense office. Supplies expense office. This is the first entry. You got to put your December here. DC period 31. That should fix that. Good. I'm sure that supplies office already had an entry, so we should be okay. Yeah, it was okay. All right, so that should have gone back and fixed everything. Let's go down to the bottom, take a look. Let's grade step 1. I'm feeling pretty confident here. Let's take a look. Looks good. Oh my goodness, there's always one. 6150. What went wrong? Depreciation expense office. It was a 6120. Eyesight's going bad. I blew it. Lost my perfect. But hey, that's good enough. Feel pretty good down here. Let's check. Looks like everything is good. Good. Okay, no red. So that was my only mistake. And you know, in posting, we're accountants. We have to do better. That's a shame on me. Probably get fired for that mistake. Oh, here's another one. Look at there. I should have put in a December on this 31st, and I didn't. And so those were my 2 big mistakes. Don't make those mistakes that I did. Let's move on to the next step. As a matter of fact, you know what? We got time. I'm going to finish this out. So it says adjusted trial balance part 1. Adjusted trial balance. We have to make the new balance. We know how to do this. We're just going to fill in our new balances now that we've made our adjustments. So start off with the top. This is a adjusted trial balance. Who are we doing it for? We're doing it for South Side. Got that backwards, see? And they were going to allow me to do this. Company name first. That's it, Southside Electric. Adjusted trial balance. And it's always for a specific date, December 31st, 2000. Uh-oh. All right, so that's how you do your top part. Good. So now we just got to finish putting in these. I'm going to pause, find those numbers, and put them in. Or let's do a couple together first. So allowance for uncollectible accounts. Real simple. Let's go to allowance for uncollectible accounts. Balance is 3463.67. 3463.67. Wait, was that debit or credit? 3463.67 credit. 3463.37. Man, I'm just killing those numbers. Let's go back and look again. 3463.67. 3463.67. All right, so that's one. Let's go merchandise inventory. Let's find our account called merchandise inventory. There it is at the top. And its balance is $96,471.25. $96,471.25. $96,471.25. Let's check that. $96,471.25. $96,471.25. Debit balance looks good. $96,471.25. I'm going to pause the recording, put in the rest of my numbers. I'll come back. We'll look at the numbers, and then we'll do our totals. Okay, guys, I'm back, and shame on me. So we were doing the adjusted trial balance part. We put in all the numbers. I'm not even sure. Oh, so what I did do where I left off. So what I did do is I did my math. When I did my math, I came up with 2 incorrect numbers. And I don't know why I put 6933 in here instead of the total balance. So when I did that, I got bad numbers. And I kept checking and checking, not knowing this was the bad number. And I was like, forget it. So I hit score it to see where I went wrong. And I forgot to put totals here. So totals should have been written here. And then, of course, these 2 numbers should have matched. But since I put the entry number as opposed to the accumulated total, I got the wrong number. And so these 2 numbers match out. So that's that. That's how you do your adjusted trial balance. All we did was go to our ledger, take all the account numbers, put them here, and then we totaled them up. I didn't want you guys to sit there and watch me total, but I should have because my numbers kept coming up wrong. And here was the number that I had wrong. Instead of 6933, which is the entry, should have put in the balance, and then my totals would have matched. Okay, so that's part 2. We're 11 minutes in. I'm going to pause this, and then we're going to come back and calculate the federal income tax. So let's just move on. You know what? Maybe I could just do it now. Let's take a look. Let's go next step. They give us the trial balance with everything in it, looking good. They ask us, what is the total of income statement credit accounts? The total of the income statement credit accounts. And then we're going to less the total income statement debit accounts, excluding the federal income tax. That's going to equal the net income before the income tax. So let's start doing that. Here's everything we had in credit. 639,062.79 less total of income statement debit accounts, including federal income tax. Let's find our income statement debit accounts. Hold it. Let's take a look over here and see what it looks like. Here are the accounts we have to add up. It's everything under our income summary is what we should be looking at, right? And that's going to help us figure it out. So let's go back. That number's wrong. Get that out of here. Let's go to our income summary. Remember, everything under the income summary ends up being your income statement. So here's our income summary. We have, let's get our calculator out. We have 1625.94 plus 532,371.75, which equals that. Do we have any more? Plus 922.14 plus 1495.01 plus that 533.33 that I messed up earlier. So our total income statement credit numbers are, put that here so I can see it, 536,948.17. Good. Less income statement debit accounts, excluding federal income tax. Good. So we'll go back up. We're just going to add up the debit accounts under the income summary, because the income summary represents our income